Mick Jagger, in his own words. Radio Newsreel, BBC Radio, 25th of July, 1964.
What happened? Was it something that developed quickly?
Well, it seemed to develop over the second half an hour show that we did. You know, you could see it all was building up, you know, this tension with these blokes that seemed to be getting drunker and drunker, and sort of more violent all the time.
And then how did it reach crisis point?
Well, some of them, there was wasn't more than 20-ish, I think, who really started it off, you know. They sort of pushed their way to the front, right, sort of pushing girls out of the way in doing it. I saw some girls who were sort of punched in the stomach and kneed in the stomach. You know, it was really violent and horrible. I've never seen anything like it. And they got right up to the front of the stage and started sort of yelling and swearing at us and throwing sort of bottles and things at us and spitting. You know, and then when we were pulled off, they just got madder and madder. We were pulled off.
Were any of you actually hit by the articles that were thrown?
Yeah, I think Brian was hit by a bottle that hit him in the face, but it wasn't very badly injured.
Was this a case of pop fans letting their enthusiasm get out of hand, or was it just an unruly element?
No, it was just a case of about 20 people really getting drunk and just out for violence, honestly. It wasn't pop fans at all. They were just drunken louts in a ballroom.
Now, you made your getaway and left your equipment behind, I think. What happened to it?
They got smashed up, unfortunately, but...
Are you at all shaken by your experience?
Yeah, I was a bit shaken last night. I never have been before, but I was a bit last night.
Yes, you must have been in some wild scenes before, but have you ever encountered anything like this?
No, not at all. I've never seen boys get so madly hysterical. In fact, some of them were actually taken to hospital with hysteria, these boys. They were so drunk, really. Unbelievable.
Well, how are you going to feel when you go on stage again tonight?
I hope I feel all right.
The Look of the Week. BBC Television, 21st of May, 1967.
It's a very strange feeling, being on the stage and feeling all this energy coming from the audience directed straight into you. And you can feel it, but I don't really understand it. I sometimes get very perplexed by what they're trying to say to me, or what they want from me as a performer or as a person. And I just stand there and just really don't understand what they want to say, and I have nothing to say back.
Do you ever get the impression that the audience is banding together to say something?
Yes. They all band together, and when I was on stage, you feel it very strongly, with these people giving you this energy. And you don't really understand, you just feel it. You don't understand really what they're trying to say, what they want, what they need from you, what they need from life. But you just feel that they need something, and they're giving it to you. I mean, most audiences are affectionate. They come to see us because they like us, and we do the show because we like doing shows, and we like audiences. So there's a tremendous affection, a basic affection. On top of that, lots of other things. You know, on top of the affection, there's violence. On top of that, there's sort of sex. There's I do feel quite violent sometimes. One feels, and lots of groups have sort of taken it much farther than we have on being violent on stage, smashing things up. I quite often feel like smashing the microphones up because I really don't feel the same person as I am normally. What I think is that in this country, the audiences indeed all girls, and they do behave in this way, but in the rest of the world, this isn't true. There's a completely different audience. They're certainly not all girls. In lots of places, they're nearly all boys. And this leads to a completely different kind of, it's the same kind of phenomenon, but it's very different because you get this big sexual thing that goes. With the boys, it erupts, you know,
aggressiveness
much more aggressively, and they seem, I think, boys being more aware of perhaps their role in their future role in society, will use this, 10,000 of them or 20,000 of them.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?